One of the most popular, indeed beloved mares to race in WA was Trice, a galloping great of the late 1960s and early 70s. A daughter of famed colonial stallion Trice, Trice was destined to become the first filly to win the Group 1 Karrakatta Plate for 2-year-olds and then the Group 1 Railway Stakes as a 3-year-old. She would also procure 2 each of the Winterbottom Stakes and Lee Steer Stakes, both races at Group 2 level in successive years, as well as a Champion Filly Stakes. Remarkably, Trice accomplished much of this after an injury so severe that it was thought she would never race again. Ironic to relate, perhaps the race Trice is most remembered for is one she lost. In 1970, her Railway Stakes defeat on protest is considered by many to be the most controversial upheld objection in West Australian racing history. The renowned owner of Trice was Maureen Edwards, who together with husband Roy had great success after Trice with a bevy of brilliant performers such as Belinda's Star, Black Cara, Sovereign Ghost and Papermaker. Trice was prepared by former trot trainer Ted Greig and ridden by Graham Bluey Lambie. After winning the 1967 Karrakatta Plate, Trice did what no filly had done before, by doubling her Group 1 successes, taking out the Railway Stakes as a 3-year-old. In the 1968 running, she accounted for Torecan by 1 1/4 lengths. It is hard enough alone for a filly to win the state's premier sprint, and only 5 have done so since the race's long-ago debut in 1887, never mind winning the Karrakatta Plate as well. After the Railway, Trice was subsequently victorious in the WA Champion Filly Stakes before being spelled. Taken to Melbourne as a 4-year-old, she was a desperately unlucky first up third at Moonee Valley in April 1969. Tragedy struck, however, at her very next outing. After 18 months in October 1970, Trice returned with an opening third at Ascot, and by Railway Stakes Day the sensational mare was back to her brilliant best. What happened that afternoon is still often talked about through gritted teeth. Trice cantered to victory by 2.5 lengths, yet was stripped of the race on protest, citing interference at the start to eventual runner-up Karrakatta. The hue and cry that followed from outraged race fans was loud and long. In the wake of her Railway Stakes fiasco, Trice won the Winterbottom Stakes and the Lee Steer Stakes, both at Group 2 level, and a year later, in 1971, eclipsed both races again in yet another unique achievement. Trice won 12 races all told and spent her career competing almost perpetually at elite level. Since 2003, she has been memorialised by the Trice Classic, a Group 3 race for 3-year-old and older fillies and mares over 1,800 metres. The race is normally contested on Perth Cup Day. Trice, now paid even higher tribute as a deserving entrant into WA Racing's Hall of Fame.